Okay, 11.3 day 1. One type of normal, or about one type of probability distribution is normal distribution. Normal distribution has what we call a bell-shaped curve, which you'll see down here, or sometimes called a normal curve. Bell-shaped curve is symmetrical about the mean, so that means the mean is in the middle. Some facts about this. So the total area under the curve is 1, so 100% of the data lies under the curve. Percent of data lies within 1 standard deviation. 68% lie within 1 standard deviation of the mean. 95% lie within 2, and 99.7% are within 3 standard deviations of the mean. So then, on this chart here, these percentages never change. Those are always going to be the same. So let's go for this one. It says, what function has a mean and standard deviation for randomly selected x value? Find between mean minus 2 standard deviation and the mean. Between the mean minus 2 and the mean is what we're looking for. So I'm going to find mean minus 2 and the mean. And I'm talking about anything in between there. So I'm going to add up this percentage, 34, plus this percentage, 13.5, gives me 47.5% of my data is between mean minus 2 and mean. Now let's set up our own. So it says the blood cholesterol reading for a group of women is normally distributed with a mean of 172, a standard deviation of 14. So you're going to start by drawing your curve. So I'm going to do this, draw me a nice curve, put my mean in the middle, 172, and I do 1, 2, 3 on each side. And what I'm doing here is I'm adding my standard deviation. My standard deviation is 14, so I'm going to add 14, and I get 186. Add another 14, and I get 200. And add another 14, 214. Do the same thing going this way, except subtract. So 172 minus 14 gives me 158. Minus 14 gives me 144. Minus 14 gives me 130. And then your percentages. Remember, those percentages never change, ever, ever. So I'm going to put right around the mean is always 34%, around both of those. Next one out is 13.5. Next one out is 2.35. And the last one is 0.15. So those percentages never change. Those are going to stay the same. You're just filling in these numbers down here. So it says about what percent of the women have readings between 158 and 186. So I'm going to find 158, 186, and find how much is between there. All that's between there is 34 and 34. So 68% of the data is between those two. Readings higher than 200 are considered undesirable. If a woman from the group was randomly selected, what's probability she would have undesirable? So they're asking, what is the probability that's bigger than 200? So I'd find 200 on here. Anything bigger than that is these two, and I add them together, and I get 2.5%.